Buying 20,000 XLM might make you mega rich this bull run. Let's talk about that, guys. So XLM, for you holders out there who have been holding it since 2022, congratulations to you. You've made some incredible returns, and well deserved, because it's been a very difficult time for you holders out there, and a lot of you guys are probably interested in it after you've seen it pump and try and understand, well, can it continue? Can it really do this well this cycle? And I'm going to talk about that. I've been in XLM previously back in, I believe, 2021, 2022, after the bull market. It was towards the end of it, and I spoke to one of my mates, and he was saying how XLM was one of his holdings, and I did some more research and understood that it's a very well backed coin, but unfortunately I sold it and put it into other coins. But that's the game of crypto. We all make a few mistakes from time to time, but luckily those coins have done fairly well so far. Again, let's just quickly jump into a quick disclaimer here, guys. Please read this with care. This video is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile and highly risky. No results are guaranteed. This content is for experienced users only, and there's a full legal disclaimer in the description below. So, let's talk about XLM. Currently sitting at 40 cents with a market cap of 12.7 billion. So it's not a massive altcoin by any means, but also it's not a really tiny one at the same time. It's got a relatively decent sized market cap. So if you wanted to buy 20,000 XLM today, the price would cost you $8,000. So what we do need to understand with XLM is what it has been doing during the bear market, and the kind of rationale behind why we believe it can do very well this cycle, and why it has done very well so far. So the first thing is that it actually has real case utility. It's actually got cross-border payments. It's an actual crypto that does something. I think a lot of cryptos talk about things and say this is what we're going to do and this is what we're planning on doing. No, XLM actually does that, and this means it's not speculative. It's well established, and it's got an incredibly large community. Next thing is that it's very fast and cheap. I'm sure if you guys have used it before, you'll know that that is the case. It's got incredibly strong ties to XRP, with XRP being, I believe, the top 3 coins at the moment in terms of market cap. So when XRP goes up, we generally see XLM go up. They're very closely related. And the next one is Grayscale ETF, meaning a lot of inflows to be coming in. Grayscale wouldn't be filing an ETF for XLM if they didn't believe it could make them money, right, guys? It's that simple. So let's jump into it. Like I mentioned before, XLM's currently sitting at 12.7 billion. Last cycle it achieved just shy of 17 billion, and that was before a lot of these other factors and the building that they have been doing in recent years during the bear market. So we also, in order to understand where we can go with XLM, we need to understand how other altcoins have done previously, so we can determine what's possible for XLM. So first one here is ADA. Again, a much bigger coin, but ADA achieved 93 billion market cap in the last run, which is a very high market cap. And Solana in the last bull run reached 71 billion, and at time of recording, Solana is currently sitting at just shy of 98 billion. So these are incredibly large coins, but this can give us a little bit of a framework and blueprint to understand the potential here for Stellar. So based on all of these developments, I think that a market cap of 40 to 60 billion is possible, and I put that quote unquote because it could massively range, but that's where I see it going in the next kind of 3 to 6 months, and potentially the end of Q1, whenever this bull run altcoin season is probably going to be kicking off at the moment. So look at the numbers, guys. A 40 billion market cap would equal $1.33 XLM, which is a 3.1x from current standings, and that would get you the 26.6k. A 50 billion market cap would equal $1.57 at 3.9x at $31,400, and a 60 billion market cap would equal a $1.88 XLM, which is a 4.7x, pretty decent, and that's even after this 5x that we've seen, and that would get you $37,600. A lot of you might think that, well, you mentioned it should make you mega rich, but 37,600 is a lot of money for people who have never had that kind of money before. So it's important to mention that. And if we had the same conversation a year ago, it would be completely different, with the market cap being significantly lower, and the thought of it getting you to the 60 billion, 40 to 60 billion would be very, very sought after. So theoretically, I still think that XLM can go higher, but you would need to follow kind of a very set in stone profit taking strategy, especially the 20% out chunks. But what we can do then is with this 37,600, theoretically, is we can supercharge our gains, and we can turn that 37,000 into even more. Again, this is quite risky, but this is how you can play it right, and this is how you can do it. So, as we all know how the money flows, Bitcoin's traditionally surges first, and that's what we've seen, and it's been taking profits into Ethereum, and that's why recently we've seen Ethereum start to surge, because it's become more dominant. People are putting more money into it, they're taking profits from Bitcoin, and then the next phase after that is the money flow from Ethereum into the large caps, the ADAs, Solanas, all of these large coins, and that is what we have traditionally seen in all the previous cycles. So if you wanted to kind of play it in this way, what you could do is you could take profits from XLM, because in theory it should be going before a lot of the other altcoins and meme coins, and then you would take the profits, you would funnel that into other lower cap coins that haven't done super well, and then if you can get even a 2-3x, you could potentially turn that 37,000 into the 100k just from a few trades. But like I mentioned, this is incredibly risky, but it is how 20,000 XLM might make you mega rich in this bull run. So hopefully this has provided you with some value today, guys, and yeah, thank you very much for watching.